Good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. It's your boy Richard here. We haven't been playing poker for a month, but we are back, and I will promise that I will try my best to play poker every week, because people wouldn't be interested in watching on Twitch if you weren't doing that. I forget you anyway. Before we get into some hand reviews today, I just thought I'd say that Daniel Negreanu, how he's going at the World Series poker. He broke his camera tripod that he holds in his hand. He broke it yesterday, which is a bit unfortunate because he lost 500,000 US dollars in a 250k super high roller. I don't blame him for his reaction, but if I lose any poker tournament live, I'll just walk around the table, shake everyone's hand, and say good luck. So that's the more classy thing to do. Okay, anyway, let's get into this. So I'm going to review 12 hands today, PLO-5. We played 3 weeks ago. Tomorrow we'll be playing this week we'll be playing for 20 hours. And on Saturday we'll be reviewing those 20-hour hands. So without further ado, let's review some hands. So the first hand you can see here, put in dollars. So we've got aces with ace hearts, we've got ace jack hearts, and 2 aces. So we can win with a flush, ace high flush, nut flush, 2 aces, maybe trips, or 4-3 maybe for a straight. So let's see how this hand played out. So I must have just joined this table by. All right, we raise it up under the gun, 9 cents. And the person in position calls. We'll start again. I haven't had much experience with this program, guys, so I'll just start again. I don't have much experience with this new Drive Hard 2 thing. All right, let's see how it goes. Plays out this hand. So I raise it up under the gun with aces and the ace high flush draw. The guy in position raises it up 28 cents. It's folded over to me, and I 4-bet 29 cents. The guy in position 5 bets, and I call. Now this is just a call up. He had me with a straight and 2 pair. He would have had me, but it's just bad luck. This is just bad luck. I don't think I played this hand badly because he had lots of ways to get a straight or 2 pair. All right, so it was pretty much a cooler, guys. The next one we're going to play is this one. And just regarding that caller, he had a wrap. He had lots of cards to help him get a straight or 2 pair. Whereas my hand only played with trips or a small straight or a high flush. he had a wraparound, which means he could make lots of straights, which he did. All right, this next hand, we've got 2 5s, 8 and 9, and a 4. Not really a strong hand, but might be able to hit hard. We call, and the button raises it up to 31 cents. And we call, go with 2 others. Flop is 975, 2 clubs. We got trips. And we got a 5 high flush draw. And we got a straight draw. 7, 8, 9, 10. So a lot of hard cards can help us. I decided to bet pot. The guy on the button raises it up, puts me in. I make quads. And I double up. There's a pity I didn't have a big pot, have a big size chip stack there. Although we did have a big size chip stack, we just doubled up. There was that played standard that had. These first 2 hands, I don't think we played badly at all. We just got unlucky. The first one, and we won with the second one. All right, third hand. Let's play it. All right, this hand we've got King 10, 7, 6, 2 with a King high diamond flush draw and 10 high club flush draw with a few straight possibilities. Guy on the bit small blind raises it up, and I call. Flop is Queen Jack 6 rainbow. We got opening a straight draw and bottom pair. Guy on the small blind leads out on the flop. We call. The ace comes on the turn. We still got a straight draw. We got the straight draw. We've got the straight draw. We got the straight. Sorry, we got the straight. Small blind. He leads out. We do bet pot on the turn. He 4 bets on the flop on the turn. We shove it with our straight. He calls. Oh, he also had the straight, but he had outs to the 6. He made a full house. That's how he won that one. 6 is full of jacks. So he had outs to the full house and he knew it. Whereas I could have won with the full house, but the wrong card hit. I didn't have 2 pair to try and hit full house on the river, so he was free rolling. And he bet me. He got me there. So that was a bit unfortunate, but we got unlucky there more than we got unlucky. Not much we could have done there. There's nothing much we could do there. Next one. All right, this one we've got 2 3s, 8, 6, 4, 2 clubs, lots of straight possibilities. His set. The guy in early position raises it up 7 cents. We call in position, and the big blind raises it up 3 bets. We 4 bet. He 5 bets. There's a 7-bet. There's a 6-bet. We call that also. We got very lucky. It was badly played hand. We got lucky on the river hill straight, but we're very unlucky here. Very unlucky. I mean, we played very badly. We shouldn't have, as soon as a 4-bet or a 5-bet came in, we should have just folded. We should have just folded. We should have just folded to a 4-bet. Once these two guys here are raising it up for 3-betting or 4-betting or 5-betting, we should just fold our hand because we have a strong hand. Could easily get updrawn. We just got very lucky, but we played very badly with weak cards. All right, let's see this one. Next one. All right, we got Ace 10 of hearts, Queen Jack for straight possibilities, and Ace 4 for a low straight, and Jack High spades. All right, let's raise it up. Let's see what happens. Guy in early position raises it up. We 3-bet 24 cents. All right, someone raises it up to 81 cents. 4-bet. And early position raiser calls the 4-bet, and I call the 4-bet. The reason why I probably called the 4-bet because I've got 4 high cards. If a high card flop, we can get the best of it. All right, we got a Jack High flush draw on the flop. We got a 10, and we've got straight draw. The guy in the blind, in the small blind, bets all in. We call. We got a little straight draw on the turn. And we hit the straight on the river. What do we? 2 pair. We hit 2 pair on the river. That was a bad. Well, he would have got us with the spades, but he didn't have anything else apart from spades to beat us. So it was quite bad play by him. We'll just go back to the beginning of this hand. So I'm going to my final verdict on this hand. We 3-bet. We call a 4-bet on the turn. We should just folded the flop bet. That's what we're doing. Got a Jack High flush draw. We could easily beat the high flush draw. Apart from the 10, we haven't got much at all. Sure, we've got a straight draw. I mean, a straight draw to the bottom end. To the 5. But we could easily beat with the flush draw. So realistically, we've only got 4 outs. Plus the 10 we've got, of course. We probably should have just folded the flop. But he was short stack. He was put them all in. So maybe it was a good call just to see what would happen. The turn by calling his all in as a short stack. The only reason I think I called the flop bet because it was he was putting himself all in and we had a big stack, so we could just bust him. And we knew that there was going to be no more betting grounds on the turn or river, so we just decided to call that bet. So we happened to hit 2 pair on the river to win the hand. So I don't think I played that too badly given that he was a short stack. There was no more betting action to be made. We could have easily had the best spades flush draw, We didn't, but we managed to hit 2 pair on the river with the hand. But we could have easily had the best spades. We could have easily had the best spade draw. We didn't. So, and the equity on the turn, on the flop, would be 5 outs, 4 outs to the 5, 2 outs to the 10. So there was basically, we were only basically a 3-1 dog. And if we had the best spades, we would have had more equity in the hand. That's what I was punting on. We had the best flush draw, but we didn't. We got lucky, so I don't think we played that hand too badly. All right, let's go to this next one. All right, we've got 2 jacks and a jack 10 of spades, 4-6 for a low straight draw. Let's see how this hand plays out. So we raise it up in an early position. Button calls, and the big blind 3 bets. We call the 3 bet, and the guy on the button goes pretty much all in. And the big blind 4 bets all in. We call, and the guy on the button calls. We've got a flush draw. Hit our set on the turn. We got very lucky here. Again. Yeah. Once there was this is a 3 bet, 4 bet, 5 bet. Once there's a 5 bet, we should probably just folded this because we easily have not the best hand here with only jacks and jack high flush draw and a 4-6 for low straight. We haven't got jacks high heart draw flush draw, so we haven't got a very strong hand here. We'll stand up 5 bet. And this guy goes all in for $2. We should probably just fold it. Let's save us some money. But we called the oil and we got lucky. All right, got kings here. King high spade flush draw, king high diamond flush draw, and 2 5s. We got a lot going there, so we raise it up to 7 cents. Now we've hit bottom set, but it's a very wet board. It's very draw heavy. The big blind leads out for 16 cents. We raise it up. We raise it up. And the big blind calls. Now, these are 4 cards straight on board. So the opponent could easily have an 8 or a 3 for a straight. We've got no draws here. We've got is a set. So the opponent could easily have a flush draw or even better or even worse, straight draw or even a straight. So I two barrel the turn. He calls. Now we've got a full house. Five's full of 7, but he could easily have a better full house. 7's full of something. He puts me all on, and I call. And you can see here, 7's full of 6. So he had the better full house. Let's review this hand a bit more. So I 3-bet. So I raise pre-flop. On the flop with bottom set, I raise it up. In hindsight, I probably should just get the flop, the pot small, given that it's a very wet board, draw heavy. So I think with the future, I will just call with a set on a draw heavy board like this. And with that, there's a 4 card straight on board. So just check behind on the turn. And when I hit a smaller full house, and he puts me on, I should just fold it. What am I going to beating? I'm not beating a bluff. He's not bluffing here. Hardly. He's hardly ever been here. He's hardly ever bluffing here. Just folded, so we played that hand badly overall. All right, 5 more hands to go. All right. This hand we've got aces, ace deuce of diamonds for a nut flush draw. Got some small cards for a straight draw. With aces. So guy in late position rose it up to 7 cents. We 3-bet on the buzzer. And the guy who's out of position to me just calls. Flop is nice, 9-8-2 with rainbow. We've got aces for the overpair. Apart from that, we haven't got much else. We got a backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw. Probably should have checked behind here rather than betting up. Get the pot small. So we don't have a draw here. But we do have a flush draw now. Got the aces. Now we've got a straight draw here along with diamonds. We've got 9 outs to the diamond flush draw, plus 4 or 5 outs to the straight, which might not be the best straight by the way, because 6-7 could beat us, or 4-6 could beat us, or higher straight if the 5 comes. But we'll count the 5 as 4 outs to the straight. So we're basically a 3-1 dog here. 1 card to come. But we might have the best hand still with the aces. I decide to bet on the turn. The queen comes on the river. Puts me all in. I fold. I fold correctly there. In hindsight, when he checks on my turn, I should probably be checking behind rather than betting out, because there's a lot of cards that can help me on the river. In the worst case scenario, if he bets pot size bet on the river, I could just fold. But I bet on the turn, and he put the all on the river. I should just save $1.53 on the turn. That's where I probably should have saved some money there. Four more hands. All right, 2 jacks, 6 3 of hearts, king jack for a high straight draw. That's what holdings we got. Please remembering we're playing 99% of their hands, aka 99% VPIP. So let's see this hand played out. You raise it up, and the guy on the small blind 3 bets. Cool. Flop is king 9 5 with 2 hearts. Got king for top here, but that's pretty much it. Got a 6 high flush draw, but that could easily beat. Guy in the small blind leads out, and we call. They got king 3 for 2 pair. The guy in the small blind leads out again on the turn. We call. Now we've got kings full of 3. The small blind checks the river. We bet out if he calls. We win the maximum. We win the maximum. Well, it was a bad call from him on the river. Why? Because he only had 2 queens. And that's it. So we won the maximum there. Folded to me. I raised it up. I raised it up on the small blind and the big blind. 3 bets. I 4 bet. Big blind 5 bets. I 6 bet and he calls all in. He had aces. I had kings and not much else. Should have just folded with the kings, or just called a 3 bet. No, aces could easily have me beat. Which did, so I could have saved a bit of money there. After seeing the flop where it shouldn't have hit me hard at all. So I should have just called 3 bet with the kings. All right, this hand we got aces. Ace high flush draw. And not much else. Ace jack for a high straight draw we could have, possibly. We've basically got ace high flush draw for hearts and 2 aces. We raise it up the aces, and the big blind raises it up. 3 bet. If 4 bet, he calls. Flop is king 10 5 rainbow. He hasn't got much here, apart from the aces over here. He bets $1.02. We raise it up. He pretty much calls all in. And he had us beat with 2 pairs. Now, please note, aces don't play in PLO. Aces don't, with no draws, don't play that well on the flop. If you've got aces, top pair, and that's it, no draws or anything, you probably should consider folding. So as soon as he bets our $1.02, making it basically a pot size bet, I should just fold it, even with backdoor hearts. You're going to lose more in the long run here. So I think, even though we had backdoor, nut high heart draw, flush draw, we probably should just folded this, because in the long run we'll lose more money especially when he makes the pot back and he bets out. He's representing strength there. I think we just saved quite a bit of money there. But we got lucky. I forgot to say, we hit the straight on the river. That's how we won the hand. But in hindsight, we should have just folded. We should just folded the flop. So we had nothing apart from aces top here. You either have us beat with king 10, king 5, 10 5, or any sets. He had the king 5, so he had us beat. We were very lucky to win this hand. But with hindsight, we should have folded the flop. All right, one more hand, and then we're done. This hand we've got 10. We've got deuces and 10 high club flush draw. 2 5 7 10 for straight draw possibilities. Let's see how we play this. So the guy in late position raises it up. We call. We're in the small blind. We've got bottom set. That's pretty much it. We've got no other draws. We've got a weak hand, so we just check. And the two guys in that position, but bet it out and call. And we raise it up with the bottom set. And the guy in the late position, 4 bets. 3 bets me on the flop. And there's a call. I'm pot committed here, so I call. I don't know what this guy's got trips. I think can't see his other card. Oh, not to worry. He had aces. He probably had aces full. This guy. Let's just review this hand one more time. I don't know why I can't see the hand properly. Anything. We'll just review this hand one more time. So I raise it up. Bottom set. And that's 2 players. I think raising is okay move here. Well, there's a 4 bet. A 3 bet. I raise it up and there's a 3 bet on the flop. Probably just fold. But he's pot committed anyway. And the other guy's pot committed too. So I'm racing against 2 players. Probably should just called the bet on the flop. Keep the pot small rather than raising it up. It's probably a mistake. Once these guys go all in, I'm pot committed and I have to call, but we should just call the flop rather than raise it up. That's what we went wrong. All right, guys, that's pretty much all the hands we got for today. That's from the hands from 3 weeks ago. As you can see, this is my earnings graph. I'm up about $10 on GG Poker on those 200 or so hands. 277 hands we played, and we're up $10, so not too much of a pretty good start. We're back tomorrow at 12 o'clock New Zealand time, and we'll be playing for 5 hours. PLO-5. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.